Welcome to episode 3 of the Blow and Smoke podcast. I'm back here with my co-host Roland and Ricky.
Howdy.
We got a big podcast again this week. Obviously, some big conference championship games going down this week. And our Super Bowl has finally been determined. It feels like it was just September yesterday, and we are speculating who was going to be in the Super Bowl. Probably a lot different than most people thought it was going to pan out to be.
Not me.
Absolutely.
Not me at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not me at all.
But we got, some other big things out there in the world of sports, too. Obviously, we're going to touch on, as Michigan fans, the Jim Harbaugh situation. Obviously, we all know at this point how that ended here on this Thursday evening, but definitely still a lot to talk about there. And the legacy of the GOAT, number 12, Tom Brady. He was retiring Sunday, not retiring Monday, and then retired Tuesday. Kind of an interesting span of 3 days there, to be 100% honest. But first things first, we're going to dive into these conference championships games because there's definitely a lot of action there. And we'll start out with the Chiefs-Bengals game.
What a game.
Personally, was my favorite of the weekend. Ricky, I don't know if you got an opportunity to catch this game, but how'd you feel about it?
I was able to watch the first half and quite a good portion of the second half. Very interesting game considering I don't think we've really seen the Chiefs have a lead like they did and blow it essentially. I hate using the word they blew the lead, but like 21-3 is a pretty sizable lead. But something that really stuck out to me is I don't know if you guys like pay attention. Right before the half, the Chiefs had the ball on like the Bengals like 1 or 2 or inside
Oh
the 5.
yeah.
And they ran a play with like 6 seconds left, and for a reason, Patrick Mahomes threw the ball behind the line, Tyreek Hill, and the Bengals were able to get a tackle and stop him short of the goal line.
Yep. It was a clutch moment.
I think that play was huge. Same thing with like if you think about the division round with the Rams and the Buccaneers, how Cam Akers went on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that was big.
It would have put the Rams up 27-3 going into half, and if they would have scored from the 1, which is unheard of for the Kansas City Chiefs not to do, they would have went up 28-3 going into halftime. And I believe they also got ball coming out of half too, so like it would have been like I think they would have been nailed in the coffin.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
Here's one of my things with like the NFL today that I don't understand. When you have a 3rd and 8, I get the concept of a screen pass, but at the same time, why wouldn't you just run like a 10-yard out and clear that first down? Because I don't have the stats in front of me, but I feel like every time I watch football and I see a screen pass on like a 3rd and like anything above 5 yards, typically it's going to get stopped short or it's not going to be enough.
I think the reason why they do that is because they deem them like low risk plays. Like, they don't want a chance interception from like a tip ball at like the line. And
I get that.
They don't want to risk a fumble from like a strip sack because they get the ball quickly, and they'll either go to like screen passes or quote unquote safe plays, screen passes, halfback draws.
Well, and
that's like it was super quick.
That's the thing at like the end of the game. Like, so I caught like the final like 6 minutes because this game was actually on Paramount Plus, which was kind of nice. But I caught like the final 6 minutes, and you could tell, and obviously I caught the overtime, but you could tell in the overtime. I mean, when Mixon got the ball, I mean, it was 2 hands. I mean, none of that stupid like out here crap. Like, I mean, like he was tucking that thing and he was running.
He literally ran the whole entire way down the field by himself. I think like one completion.
He was winning that game by himself.
He just marched down there, which is really weird because the Chiefs have been playing pretty good defense, like run defense, but like we say with the overtime rules, defenses are gas. They're not built to play that long. The defensive line especially, like there's like, get it over with. So Joe Mixon was able to take advantage of it, and Evan McPherson is probably the best rookie kicker I've ever seen in my life.
Shooter McPherson.
Yeah, man, he has potential to be
shooter.
Well, all 3 games he had a game-winning field goal.
And the confidence that you don't see that from a rookie.
Games, game-winning field goal, and then he had like a couple in the regular season too. This guy's an animal.
He backs it up too, though. It's not like he's going out there and he's like blowing it. Like he's like backing up like what he's saying. But I mean, I kind of get like the screen pass. I mean, like you got a young new quarterback. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is young too, but I mean he has playoff experience. Joe Burrow. I mean, this is his first time in the playoffs, and really, I mean, obviously that's probably the most high pressure game he's ever been in.
I don't know though. He looked cool, calm, and collected for the most part. I mean, he looked experienced. He was out there scrambling, breaking tackles. I mean, he looked a seasoned vet.
Well, I mean, when I was watching him late in the 4th, man, I mean, he had kind of like the Josh Allen, like 1,000-yard stare in his eyes, like, oh crap. And then and then when the coin flip didn't go their way, I mean, he had like the Josh Allen eyes, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm like, I hope he doesn't mentally beat himself out of this.
Well, you see the entire Bengals defense when the coin toss, they all put their heads down, they were pissed, they're like, oh, we lost. But I mean, hey, like defense wins championships.
All I'm gonna say is, dude, Eli Apple got cooked all day. Got cooked, and then. So then, on like the Chiefs drive, he drops the INT on second down, and it's not like it was like I mean, it would have been like a good pick, but it's not like it was like right in his hands. But he dropped it. But then the next play, what defense by the Cincinnati Bengals to like I know I mean me and you played football. I mean not like a scoop and score, but I mean to swat it to your teammate.
It was perfect.
I mean I don't know if he planned that. I mean he might claim that he did in an interview, but I mean he swatted it right to him.
Just the athleticism.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It's a clip that was going around a while. I think it was a Wisconsin game where like the ball was going out of bounds and like Wisconsin. I remember it being like a red and white team.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When they like
the ball's going out of bounds and like he kind of had the pick but he didn't get it, so he like threw it
back in. Yep.
They caught it.
For them to intercept the ball. Yeah, that's kind of what reminded me of.
It's crazy how athletic these guys are, and just to have like the like hand-eye coordination to be able to think that quick to go, oh shit, it's not me, but oh he's open. Like
Same thing with, like,
it's crazy.
The special team players with the punts, like they're at the one that they dive and grab the ball.
And that happened. I'm pretty sure in the Rams game, a couple of those happened.
You see a lot of times when you see stuff like that, it's like when they're trying to like pin a punt deep and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just like great defensive awareness, and whether or not he was planning that or not, I don't even know who made. It obviously wasn't Eli Apple. I'll tell you that.
Terrible. And then he tried to like cause beef with.
He tried to start crap on Twitter. It's like he cooked you all day.
He's so bad.
I saw like a tweet from like Barstool or something that goes Eli Apple after today's game, and it was like a burnt piece of toast. it was kind of funny.
No, DBs have the worst ego ever in any sport. It's not even close.
Richard Sherman. Oh my god.
Like he was actually
he could back it up. He could back it up.
When he got cut by the Seahawks, that was.
Did he get cut or did he walk away?
I just want to say he didn't get re-signed.
When he's separated from Seattle by whatever means it was, that was kind of. And then he went to San Francisco and he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's not with San Francisco anymore, is he?
He's on the Buccaneers.
Bucks, but he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
I would say, I don't remember him playing very much like later in the year.
No, he's been out of his prime for a while now. He's gonna be done soon.
Yeah.
He's the only remaining member. Only remaining member of Legion of Boom.
Well, we got Bobby. Would you consider Bobby to be?
Well, I thought it was more like secondary.
You're right.
Is he retired or is he still in the league?
Who, Bobby?
Yeah.
He's on the Seahawks still.
Oh, he is? Holy crap.
The Lions game.
Yeah.
I was saying, I thought he was out. But, I mean, I guess I don't have the score predictions in front of us. We should really write those down for next time. Note to self, write that down real quick. But, like, write down what our score predictions was. I mean, I think I maybe had the
score predictions last week?
Yeah, for the Chiefs-Bengals game.
I don't even remember, to be honest.
No, I don't think we did.
Maybe we
probably not.
We might have talked about it off camera, but, like, I remember I said I think it's going to be like a 3. I said 31-28. So I had a 3-point game in that one. I mean,
my reverse psychology worked.
Yes, it did.
Last week I said I've been picking against the Bengals the whole time. They keep winning, so I just hope I pick against them again, just for the culture, and so they would win.
Joey Burr.
I'm glad I didn't put any money on that game because I was gonna pick Joe Burrow to throw over 288 and he only threw 250. So
seems low.
Yeah,
that game was so interesting. It was a great game.
There was a lot of defense in that game, so I mean, I'm not surprised.
I think a lot more than anyone expected too.
What?
A lot of defense, but also a lot of points.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like big plays.
It was weird. It was just a weird game all around. Like I wouldn't have bet on that game anyway.
No.
Even if I was like a very confident bettor.
I think that this is one of like, as far as Super Bowl matchups go in the past like 10 years, this is like one of like the most wholesome. Like no one is upset about. The team.
Yeah. Everybody's happy.
I will admit, as a person that's heard shit about Brady for a long time, I think there's a lot of people out there that are happy that he's not in.
Happy that like they want to see new teams, new players to Super Bowl. No one in any sport wants to see the same teams play every year or like every other year.
Well, and that's
true.
The funny thing.
I think it's really good that this year teams that aren't really seen as like the powerhouse.
Yeah, the Bengals.
The Bengals, what like? Like 4-12.
Yeah, 4-12 last year. Yeah.
The Bengals won 6 games in the past 2 years, and now they're in the Super Bowl.
Right, and then the Rams. I mean, obviously they haven't been that bad, but Jared Goff.
You know what's kind of sad too about the Bengals? This is the first year AJ Green hasn't been there, And they're in the Super Bowl.
Oh, he reactivated his Instagram to talk about that, and that was kind of funny.
I think it's funny that I saw a post that obviously he has ties to the Bengals, but he also his first year at Georgia in college was catching passes from Matthew Stafford.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Dude, you want to know something funny?
He's ties to both. He ties to both teams.
Yeah.
Not really.
And I might screw this up.
You probably will.
Sean McVay beat out not Matthew Stafford.
Maybe Calvin Johnson.
Sean McVay beat out Calvin Johnson for high school football player of the year in like 2003 in Georgia.
Yeah. Insane.
I mean, and this is like the youngest. This is the two youngest head coaches like.
Yeah,
ever.
that's a really cool stat.
Both these guys are under 40.
Yeah.
Coming in, which is like pretty impressive. I mean, it's pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know if you caught any game wrong. But I mean, what did you think about it?
No, it was a really good game. I like that. Like, obviously, everyone complains about the overtime rules, and I mean, however you feel about them, it's cool. But I just like to see that defense. Like, you can still win a game. It's not over. You know, you still have your defense can get a stop as they did, and they win the game. Now they're in the Super Bowl. I just Joe Burrow had the drip. Coming into the game, he's looking like a seasoned vet. He's doing great. I don't want him to win this year personally. I'm a Stafford guy, but in the next 5 years, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, I know. Like I was texting you guys, and I'm like, God damn it! I go, they won the coin toss. I'm like, I swear to God, if they win 2 in a row in overtime, something needs to change.
Yeah, 100%.
And I like the college overtime rules better.
They're fun.
I think both teams should get an opportunity. You know what I mean?
I understand.
I think defense wins championships, but putting the entire game on the shoulders of the defense and not giving the offense a shot. Because I think if Buffalo would have had an opportunity.
That game is probably still going on. They're probably still going touchdown for touchdown. That game was insane.
Like, I think if Buffalo had an opportunity to go back out on the field on offense, I think we would have seen 2, maybe 3 overtimes.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And it's smart, too. Like, the NFL overtime rules, they go, after the first 2 overtimes, both teams punch in a touchdown, they need to go for 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart. But it's like both teams should get an opportunity to.
No, I definitely do agree. But my only concern with that is the threshold for injury when you play that long at such a high level and you just keep scoring and scoring. Yeah. You're like the 8th overtime, like these college games go to.
Well, that's what everyone talks about. Like these guys are paid professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
These teams pay a lot of money to play football, and they don't do them any good sitting on the sideline.
Exactly.
But I mean, my thing is, actually we're gonna talk about the Rams game in a minute, so I guess I won't mention that. But it's cool to see. I mean, not someone new necessarily. I mean, would this have been the 3rd year in a row the Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl? Yeah, because they won, lost,
and
then they would have been.
So
yeah.
They didn't make it in 2019, made it in 2020 and won, made it in 2021 and lost, and then they.
Yeah, they didn't make it. So
in the past 4 years, they've had 2 AFC conference losses and 2 Super Bowl trips.
Yeah. So I mean. I definitely think Kansas City is the new New England Patriots.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I mean, if they keep going to the championship game, I don't see why.
Oh, well, I mean, true. But you can never doubt Patrick Mahomes.
Dynasty-wise, they have a dynasty.
They definitely
possibly.
They have like a foundation for.
But
I
feel like Patrick Mahomes has already built like a foundation, a house, and now he's like building like the shed in the backyard.
But like
just like spicing up the property.
My thing is like, and I'm not sucking the Patriots' dick here or anything.
You
but
do usually.
But like my thing is like the consistency of the Patriots. The one down year, the one losing season that they had in like the past 20 years was when Tom Brady tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's true.
And I take that back because when they had Cam Newton, they sucked ass. But
that's not Tom Brady.
In their time with Tom Brady, they had one losing season, and that's because Tom Brady went out week 2 with a torn ACL, and then I don't even know who the hell came in.
I thought it was Christian Ponder.
No. Fake Patriots fan right here, guys.
Okay, whatever it was. He went like he went.
Castle?
I try to. It was Matt. Yeah, I try to block that out of my mind. So it was a terrible fucking year.
I thought Matt Castle took them to the playoffs.
It's the Bill Belichick system. He takes any white guy. They go to the playoffs, guaranteed.
They might have had a losing record that year. But then, like what? 2 years later, they went 16-0 and then lost in the Super Bowl to the fucking 2010 to the fucking Giants.
Imagine losing to Eli Manning. What a fucking shit show.
Imagine losing to Nick Foles. He lost to Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's true. That might be that's worse. Yeah.
Like the game of his career.
But he had like 3 really good games too. Like.
But like that one.
Yeah.
And the only reason he played is because Carson Wentz went down.
And imagine if they would have if he would have came back, they started Carson Wentz for that Super Bowl. They lose that game. Guaranteed.
I'm sorry. Wasn't Carson Wentz healthy?
No. He went out like I would say like week 17.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. It was late.
15 or 16 he went out or something.
That's just so crazy. The backup QB, and he played better in the playoffs than fucking Carson did all season.
I just remember hearing rumors like Carson Wentz might play in the Super Bowl. I'm like, and
Carson
now
Wentz that year he almost won MVP.
Well, now my thing is, as a Bears fan, fuck Nick Foles. You're hogging $9 million of fucking cap space from the Bears.
They paid him.
They also paid Mike Glennon.
Imagine paying Mike Glennon.
Nick Foles' fault that the Bears signed him.
They gave Mike Glennon. Okay.
Mike Glennon's on the Giants.
Real quick, as a Bears fan, fuck ups in the last 5 years. Let's see. You paid Mike Glennon an ass load of money. I'm trying to block that number out of my brain. You traded up to draft Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. In all fairness, Deshaun Watson isn't playing. You paid Nick Foles. He's the third string. You signed Andy Dalton.
Hey, whoa. There will be no Andy Dalton slander.
To be fair, Andy Dalton was screwed because he was signed and told you will be the starting because he only wanted to sign with a team that would start him at quarterback.
Yeah, he wanted to play, and he deserves to play.
Well, they did give him a couple opportunities this year, and I think he was like 1-2 or 1-3. Yeah, but I mean, and then okay, Justin Fields hasn't been a terrible move. I can't get too.
No, I think he'll be good in a couple
I think he's going to be okay.
There's potential.
I think
he's shown flashes.
Yeah,
that's why I'm upset with the Bears for drafting a defensive coordinator because if you would have brought in like a good OC to develop the shit out of Justin Fields, but I mean, you never know. I mean, but anyway, my little Bears tangent there. Fuck, God, that fucking. Fucking retaining Matt Nagy. Oh my God. All right, anyway.
He's gone.
Yeah, but still, they retain him for another year. That front office.
All right. Well, anyways.
Well, nothing's worse than the Ford. So
we're going off the rails here, as we would say.
All right. So the Rams game. How do you guys feel with the Rams?
So I guess we'll move
Rams 49ers.
to the Rams 49ers. And I did pick the 49ers to win this one.
What a horrible choice.
Did you also pick the 49ers to win?
Hell no.
No, he picked the
Whoa!
Rams. No, I'll back him up. He picked the fucking Rams.
Hey, I will show you the tournament draft thing I did 2 months ago.
I picked the 49ers, and I think I picked this game to be like 4 points or something like that. Like I picked this one to be like 28-24.
100% accuracy, baby.
He has the Rams and the Bengals.
I thought you picked the Cowboys to win.
I did. Fuck. 98% accuracy.
So we all kind of fucked up at some point or another. Like I picked the Patriots beat the Bills, but now I was also the only one that picked the 49ers.
Yeah, that's true.
To win. Not go
what a horrible game.
Not go to the title game. My thing is, the 49ers, they beat the Rams twice this year, and I thought that trend was going to continue.
Third time was the charm for the Rams.
It was Stafford.
Playoff Stafford is built different.
But dude, it was close.
It was scary close. It was scary.
It was
actually
a good game. It wasn't like the Rams
Cooper Kupp, man, that guy's a.
Odell Beckham, 100 yards.
I hate people say like Cooper Kupp is like a system wide receiver.
No, definitely not. His route running is elite. His route running is scary elite.
You want to talk about a guy that's going to get paid this offseason? Odell Beckham Jr. 100%. Has some money coming his way.
Mayfield is garbage.
Yeah, I think he proved that Baker was the issue. 100%.
And the Browns are retaining Baker too. That's a different
story. They're not in a position to.
He played with like a torn labrum.
Yeah, he played hurt, and he's not that bad. He's a bottom 15 quarterback, sure, but there's no one.
He's like at the top of the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's at number 16.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no one they could get to be better than him, so that makes sense.
And that's the thing. The only way you're gonna get like a draft pick or anything like that, and this is not the year to do it. But the only way you're gonna get a draft pick or anything.
Was he number 1?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because then
Heisman.
Heisman. To Oklahoma. Heisman.
Or did he come with Kyler? Or did Kyler come in the year after?
Kyler was after him.
Yeah.
Kyler was Baker's.
What a crazy stint at Oklahoma.
Kyler transferred to Oklahoma after Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
No national championships and no playoff.
Isn't that crazy?
And
so
two.
Like ever?
No.
In that stint. And Cade McNamara.
No, in the playoff era, Oklahoma has not won a playoff game yet.
Really?
Have they even been in the playoffs?
They've been twice, 2 or 3 times. No. They've been like more. They've been like 2 or 3 times. I mean, they're kind of like in a Notre Dame boat. They're not getting blown out like Notre Dame, but they're getting.
They get there.
But like
they participate.
Baker. I mean, I think he lost in the college football playoff, and then he went to the draft.
And I mean, Baker also has like no receivers anymore, other than my boy, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
What about Jarvis Landry?
Oh, come
Jarvis
on.
was hurt.
He's hurt. He's hurt. He's
Jarvis
old.
is hurt more than
He's
he
slow. He hasn't been good since the first year on the Browns.
Okay, though.
And he was really good on Miami. I loved him on Miami. That was so fun.
The Browns went to shit after Joe Thomas retired.
And I mean, they're still not the shit. They still have Nick Chubb and.
But to be fair,
Kareem Hunt.
they were very bad before he retired, though.
Yeah.
They're really bad.
Dude,
They
but
went
that
16.
Yeah,
dude,
they were really bad.
That defense.
Sean Kaiser, man.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be
my-
good too. That was.
He was gonna be good.
I thought I did. I was like maybe
When's the
he's.
last time we had a Notre Dame quarterback?
Never mind. I was wrong. I was very
Was
wrong.
Ian Book a Notre Dame quarterback?
Yeah. Who's he with?
The Saints. He started a game this year. And he
Oh, yeah,
Who
he
are
was-
the Saints
Yeah,
gonna
he was
use?
terrible.
Who they play?
Jameis.
He's supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
he's gonna be
Tore
back.
his ACL.
Yeah, he's gonna be back.
He'll
You
be
know,
back.
I like Jameis. He's not a bad quarterback, but I was pissed when he got drafted over Mariota that year because that Oregon guy.
Joe Burrow, in all
Oh.
fairness, tore his ACL last year, and now he's in the Super Bowl.
I do not think James Winston can make the Super
No,
Bowl. Especially with Sean
no.
Payton leaving.
That's gonna be interesting what the Saints do because like what? Yeah, they're like going to rebuild mode, but they're too good to rebuild, but they're not bad enough.
I think there's like a very old.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they have no money.
They have like super old guys and then like super young, not.
Yeah, and I think they have to trade probably Alvin Kamara if they want to start a rebuild.
When's Kamara's contract up?
Probably next year, or the year after
That's
that.
it. I don't think he stays.
I wouldn't say if I was him.
I think he rolls.
Because he's the top 5 back in the league. Yeah, I think he.
Remember when he got that 5 touchdown?
Oh my God! Yeah.
He won.
No, didn't he get 6?
It was the fantasy football playoff.
Yeah, I know. It was
He
crazy.
won everybody their playoff game.
But anyway,
We're not even talking about the.
off
49ers
our little
Rams anymore.
tangent. I mean, like, kind of fuck California, but I guess we got to talk about this game anyway. But like, I mean, I'm not surprised. The Rams are in a Super Bowl or bust situation.
100%.
For the next 3 years, if the Rams do not salvage at least one, if not 2 Super
They
Bowls,
need to.
because
Agreed.
you have no first rounders until I think 2024 now.
It's bad. It's really
They
bad.
had
I
a
know.
first round pick. It says like Jared Goff.
No, wait. Time out. I don't think they have a first round pick in 2024. I don't think they have one until 2025.
Yeah, it's a real bad
They
situation.
they haven't got a first round pick since Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff
And
was
a
their
bigger
last first
issue is
rounder.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to re-sign everybody.
No,
I don't know what the
dude,
contracts
how
are
are they,
looking like.
how are they gonna pay Odell Beckham Jr., Von Miller, Aaron Donald,
Well, I mean,
Matt
if
Stafford?
They,
Stafford's actually got a lot of
if,
time left.
if they really want, if the Rams really want to continue this run,
Pay cuts.
not even pay cuts, they're just gonna have to. I mean, I guess yeah, pay cuts, but like do what the Bucks did last
Yeah,
year. Like
yeah.
Mike Evans took a pay cut. Brady had a lower salary. A bunch of people took pay cuts.
That's what you gotta do to win.
How much do these guys want to win?
That's 100%.
A lot, I would assume.
Right? Isn't that the point? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Not to a lot. I don't think
And
I don't think
feel
when they
like-
get to the
I think
NFL,
all
the
players
point.
on the Rams, like they already got like money like that.
was Von Miller on the Broncos with Peyton Manning?
Von Miller was only in the Broncos before the Rams.
No. Was he with Peyton Manning
Yeah.
when he won that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
he
He
won-
won MVP.
Okay, yeah.
Because he made
I-
Cam look
I
like a
was
little
saying-
bitch.
I was-
2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles.
I was having a brain fart. I'm like, I swear, a guy was there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was prime. That was prime Von, and he's looking like prime Von again. The numbers are
He had a
crazy.
strip sack against Brady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had like 3. I think he had like 4 sacks in the playoffs right now or something. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, 49ers, Rams. I mean, pretty close. Ever since every game that wasn't in the wild card round has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's been like a last second score.
But I think the Super Bowl is not
Technically.
gonna follow that trend.
Yeah, Rams are.
I think the Rams, if they play good
We'll
football,
get to that right after we finish up here with the Rams.
I feel so bad for Joe Burrow.
he is
He's
gonna
gotta
get
play his heart out.
molested.
That is gonna be.
He's play his heart out.
That is gonna be ugly.
I don't know. How
9
many times-
sacks against the fucking
Titans?
Raiders or the Titans.
I
Yeah.
don't know how many times he got sacked this past.
But like Aaron Donald and Von Miller coming at you, that's no one he's played against is even close to Aaron Donald. It's gonna be bad.
See how many sacks he had.
He got dropped. I think he got dropped a couple times.
And he broke I seen him break 3 or 4. Like I thought sure would be sacks against the Chiefs, and he breaking Chris Jones, Frank Clark, looking really good. So I
Yeah.
mean, you never know. But I think Aaron Donald's just different.
The Chiefs have a solid defense too. I mean, it's not like the Chiefs have just been riding their offense to championships. I mean, their defense is pretty shut down too. In all fairness, and
Right, would you guys rather take a bet on how many times Joe Burrow got sacked on Sunday?
4.
6.
1.
That's it.
Patrick Mahomes got sacked 4 times.
Holy crap!
Oh,
Their
shit.
O-line actually showed up.
I guess.
I mean, I get like why they took Jamar Chase, but at the same time, they could have taken.
No,
Penei.
no. Penei, they wouldn't be in the position they would be right now if they took Penei.
That's true.
100%.
Did he play a lot this year for the Lions?
Yeah.
Who, Penei Sewell?
Yeah, he actually stood his ground against Aaron Donald this year.
He was like the best rated PPR.
Yeah. No, he was really good.
PFF. Best
Mhm.
rated O-line since like week 8 or something like that.
He actually stood his ground against Aaron Donald, and I don't think he let up a sack
I'm
against him
very
either.
Happy with the draft picks the Lions made this year. Very happy with all the picks they made. Anyways, let's try to finish with these thoughts of the Rams-Niners.
I mean,
it was a good game.
Stafford has been playing phenomenal in the playoffs. He has made almost 0 mistakes, except the only one that I want to touch on that stood out to me was towards the end of the game in the 4th. He just heaved it down field, and the 49ers guy dropped the wide open.
Yeah, that was lucky
And
as hell.
That was very lucky. And then the next play, found Odell for like 30 yards, and then he got the head-to-head contact, got an extra 15. That was probably the only mistake I've really seen Stafford make in the playoffs, as far as like him himself. Like obviously against the Bucs, he had that snap fly past his head, and
Dude, the
Matt Stafford's been playing such. I'm so happy for him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's been my guy for the past. I think he's in the Lions for 12 years. So I'm just happy that he's doing good. First actual playoff caliber team he's on.
Yeah.
Super Bowl first year. Cannot be happier.
If only the Lions had a Super Bowl caliber quarterback for like 10 years. Oh shit, they did.
Yeah, but
And you know what's crazy too?
But
I seen a stat today, and it was Stafford in the 3 playoff games with the Lions, and Stafford right now in the 3 games he's won, and they're almost the exact same. I
Yeah,
think he
it's
threw like
just
3
like
yards.
when
It's crazy.
When you have Calvin Johnson and 51 other players,
Yeah.
no one, that are off the team in 5 years, there's not really much you can do.
No, yeah, it
They
makes
had
sense.
one good year with the defense with Sue and Fairley and Levy.
I miss DeAndre Levy
And then
so
we
much.
had the Cowboys game and the picking up the flag, but like we said,
Blech.
shouldn't determine win or loss.
We talked about this. One
The
penalty
literally-
doesn't determine a winner or
It
loss.
doesn't.
The first ever time the NFL, I think, we have realized how outrageous these referees are. And
They're atrocious.
just picking up a flag, no explanation. They didn't say anything. They never.
They
said,
still haven't.
They
It's
never
mystery.
said like, sometimes now they'll come and say there's no flag for pass interference on the play. They didn't say nothing. They just picked it up.
Well, that's like when
And then they just continued on. That was crazy.
That's like when Jim Joyce in the Tigers game cost that guy his no hitter.
Oh
The
yeah.
guy was out by a mile, and he called him safe, and he cost I forget what his name is,
Yeah.
but he cost him a no hitter. But like the refs this year in the NFL,
They actually they've been like not bad. I mean,
they've been better.
I feel like they've owned up to a lot of stuff, and I like how they have added the implementation of like having penalties and like all scoring like reviewed. Like,
Yeah,
upstairs.
yes.
Because I feel like it's a lot easier like when you have like someone like when they get to watch the replays and see it, before the next play is even called, they can put in their input, and I think that's really helped this year.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I think the refs have been better. I mean, obviously there weren't like a lot of penalty flags flying this weekend. Like,
No, it was a pretty clean game.
Nothing crazy. I mean, the games were
I'm
pretty
trying to think of
clean.
any calls that I can remember that were like what.
And I haven't seen all year too many big blatant like, oh my god, that was obviously pass interference, or like obviously whatever. They were pretty tight on that.
I mean, good for Stafford. I mean, I'm not like the biggest. I didn't.
How can you hate the guy? How can you hate the guy?
What has he done bad?
I didn't grow up a Lions fan, but like at the same time, like
how can you not root for the guy?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. It's hard.
He's a golden boy.
It's hard. It's like here's like the thing.
He's had like no issues.
This reminds me.
His
of, like,
family like gives back to Detroit like all the time.
They still do.
This reminds
exactly.
me of like the 2018 Stanley Cup, like when the Capitals played the Golden Knights. I'm like, wow, cool, Vegas made it, but I'm like, Alexander Ovechkin like deserves it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of in the same
I'm
thing.
so happy he won.
I'm kind of in the same thing. I'm kind of like, cool, Joe Burrow made it, but I'm like, Stafford like suffered in Detroit
for 12 years,
and now he has his opportunity.
Yeah.
And whether he seizes it or not, I mean, with the way he's been playing, I think it's very feasible.
Especially with the
Definitely
defense he's
didn't
about
get
to
any
face.
Thoughts on this whole entire game besides
Yeah,
close,
it's good.
but
We understood.
I think that's it. I mean,
Yeah, we got it.
I mean, if you're
I think we covered it pretty well.
If you're tuning into this podcast, you've obviously watched the games, and you just want to hear what our thoughts were on the games. So I think.
Yeah, I think we got it pretty covered. Yeah.
Great game, as they've all been recently. Very close. Niners played a heck of a game. I'm I'm surprised
They'll be back.
I'm surprised they went so far with Jimmy Garoppolo.
The 49ers went to a Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
Right,
you know?
I'm just saying.
And
but
they've been to like multiple NFC championship
Yeah,
games.
That offense is way too dynamic for them not to be.
And Jimmy, oh my God, that last pass that Pickett threw at the end of the game. How gross
It was.
that?
Yeah.
How
that was just like
insanely
shit.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
That was.
He threw it away.
100%.
That was so dumb. Well, I guess this is a good segue. I mean, I guess there's no better time than ever to punch in our official Super Bowl picks here. Obviously, we're finally down to.
I feel
we're finally
like,
down to the big game in Los Angeles.
I feel like we are all picking the same.
I feel like we.
Super Bowl LVI.
I think we're all picking the same team here.
Yeah, I don't think there's a question.
So I guess here's the way I'll put it, and I'm not going to contradict what you just said. There's a team that I want to win, and there's a team that I think's going to win, and those are two different teams.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Cincinnati Bengals do it because my mom's a big Bengals fan. And
Really?
Southern Ohio.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I would love to see that for, like, her, but she's not, like, a huge football fan. But it'd be cool to see Joe Burrow and, like, Shooter McPherson do it. But at the same
Would be
time,
cool.
at the
Second
same,
year in the league.
but
Yeah.
then,
Just like Mahomes.
but then, who do I think's gonna win it? That Rams defense is Stafford could throw like 0 touchdowns,
Yeah.
and that Rams defense could probably carry that team.
Did you? gives me flashbacks of like the Broncos defense against the Panthers.
Yeah.
But the Rams offense is so
much better.
than
Yeah.
that
And their
defense.
defense is so much better, too.
But like, so I guess the way I'll put it is, I mean, I think we're all in the same boat. Do we think the Rams are gonna win?
Yeah, 100%.
I would love to see the Bengals do it, but if I had to put money on it,
You'll see
the
I
Rams.
would contradict. I don't want the Bengals to win. Give me the Rams.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll see
I know
the Bengals will be back.
Great
The
story from 4-12 to Super Bowl bound.
And we all wanted him to beat Jackson Mahomes and that other bitch. You know, we're all happy to see him go.
I know you
Rams
guys. I know you guys are in the Stafford boat. I respect that.
Honestly, I think throughout like the whole like people that are gonna pick to win this game, like on betting and stuff, I feel like it's gonna be pretty like 50-50.
Really?
I haven't seen.
I feel like a lot of people have confidence in the Bengals because they're just super.
I haven't seen the lines, but it's tight. I mean, it's not like a blowout or anything. I mean, it's like within like 100 of each other.
That's
I mean,
impressive because I
or
really think
within-
it's gonna
within,
be
like,
a blowout.
within like 200.
I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's.
2 touchdowns tops.
I'm thinking 4.
I think it's.
Holy
I think it's,
shit!
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games.
4 touchdowns.
I think it's one of those games where the score is going to be close, but the Rams are going to just have they're just going to have the game.
Yeah.
Like you never the score's going to be close,
But you're never gonna be like-
you're never going to think, oh, the Rams might lose. This.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be in control, and it might be close, but it's gonna be like.
I just don't see Joe Burrow throwing the ball anywhere near Jalen Ramsey. He's not gonna have time to look past the second option before either Von Miller or Aaron Donald takes as much money. Leonard Floyd.
I just don't-
And I think, and they only have to rush 4, so they're gonna be able to play coverage. They're not gonna have to blitz. They're not gonna blitz. I guarantee they blitz twice, maybe, if that.
I just don't think the Bengals.
on the Rams that has been playing phenomenal.
Well, I mean, and they got Eric Weddle off the couch, and he's had a good postseason.
I just don't think the Bengals have like that it factor. Like, let's say you give them a drive with 1:20 to go in the game.
There's
right?
no way.
And they're down by some weird ass number, like 4, right? So you can't kick a field goal, but you gotta score a touchdown. Do the Bengals have that it factor to punch in that touchdown? And the hard thing is, let's say they're starting on their own 25, right? Touchback. Is Mixon gonna push 75 yards?
Yeah, is he gonna go head to head with Aaron Donald every
And
play
that's the
for
thing,
75 yards and get 4 yards?
Is Mixon the caliber of running back? Like, I would trust Marshawn Lynch to take me 75 yards.
100%.
But like Mixon, I don't think Mixon's that caliber.
Not yet.
That caliber of running back to where he's gonna drive down the field, get him on the 1, and just
So
bury
I found
that.
the name. The guy's name is a DB for safety for the Rams. His name is Nick Scott.
Never heard of him.
He was a 7th round draft pick in 2019.
Oh, hell yeah.
He has been playing phenomenal this postseason. He had a pick against the Bucks, and 2 pass deflections.
He picked off Tom Brady.
He did, and two
Wow.
pass deflections, yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to shout out Nick Scott. Welcome back. Sorry we ran out of foam storage.
Yeah, trench cheap ass.
I was just talking about. I was just about to get into a really big standout in the playoffs for the LA Rams. Safety by the name of Nick Scott.
Shout out Nick
He's
Scott.
Playing phenomenal. He's been playing some great defense, getting all across the field. 7th round draft pick, bottom of the 7th round, like 29, so barely even drafted.
Almost Mr.
In
Irrelevant.
2019, yeah, almost. out of Penn State, local Pennsylvania native, and I just wanted to shout him out. He'll never see this, but
Hey, you never know. Maybe we
Hey,
get
hey,
Nick
hey,
Scott on the podcast. Maybe
I
that'd be
just want
cool.
you to know, Nick Scott, really appreciate you helping out Matthew Stafford get to that Super Bowl, picking off Tom Brady last week, getting 2 pass deflections. Really crucial stopping Tom Brady last week. Just wanted to mention that really quick.
Shout out Nick Scott.
Anyways, all right, so let's just jump right into our. We all know we've discussed who we think's gonna win the game.
Yeah.
Let's talk because Roland was saying something about 4 touchdowns.
I think it's gonna be probably like 42-24,
We will do our quick score prediction.
42-14 maybe.
I said I think the game's gonna be close, but like as far as points wise, but I think the Rams are just gonna have it in the bag the whole entire time. So I will take the Rams 27 to the Bengals 20.
I think my prediction is, I feel like it's going to be like 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say 31-17.
Actually, I'll scratch my score. 27 to 17. Two score game.
I'm going to say 31-17, kind of along the same lines. I'm going to say 2 touchdowns. I think the Rams will be up late, and then Burrow might F up, or there might be a fumble or something, and the Rams are just going to punch in one more to secure it late, and it's just going to put it too far out of reach. So I'm going to say 31-17. You know, nothing crazy. I think it's going to be one of the more competitive Super Bowls we've seen in a little while.
I would agree.
Hope
so.
I hope it's a good game. I hope it's no rain.
I hope it is too, but I'm not gonna lie, Trey. I completely disagree with. I think it's gonna be 42, 24, 21. For the simple fact, I think
3
we've
touchdowns.
seen
I don't know if Matty Stafford's putting up that kind of points.
we've seen
we'll
the inconsistencies of the Bengals and what they need for success. They need Jamar Chase to score. They need him to be the the offense. With Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase, I love Jamar Chase. He's my favorite young receiver.
Mike Evans had a pretty good game.
But do you think Mike Evans is better than Jamar Chase?
No.
You think Jamar Chase is a better receiver than Mike Evans?
Right this season? Yeah.
This season, sure.
This year, yeah.
Okay, fair. But I still think Jalen Ramsey.
Career-wise, Jamar Chase only played for a year.
Right.
But I think Mike Evans is amazing. He's been one of the most consistent receivers since he got in the league.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that I think everything we've seen the Bengals struggle with, their O-line, they have to have the receivers succeed. The Rams have the best.
They have been playing at the best level, which they have been for the past
That's true.
3 weeks.
That is true. So how long can they?
Right. How long are they going to be able to keep the tank?
And because Jalen Ramsey's gonna be in his ear all game.
Sam Dowell's going to be.
Oh, and exactly.
Yeah,
so that's why I just then.
The Rams, after putting up 3 points last time in the Super Bowl, they're. I mean, the players that have been on their side.
Oh yeah, they're fired up. They're ready.
Go.
And then I think defensively, the Bengals. I don't think Sam Hubbard is gonna be enough to scare Matthew Stafford from throwing all over that defense.
Right.
You see where Jesse Bates is. You go the opposite direction.
Right.
It's open every play. I think Matthew
Eli
Stafford.
Apple,
Exactly.
I really hope they have situations where Eli Apple's covering Cooper Kupp.
No, if they do that, they lose the game by 50.
Eli Apple can't cover. He can't even cover Van Jefferson.
That's what I'm saying. So you have Van Jefferson, Odell Beckham, Cooper Kupp, and then Tyler Higbee's not a bum. I mean,
But he's no. I think he didn't get. I thought he got hurt in the last game. No?
he might be hurt. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure him and CJ Umazawa both got hurt.
Are both the tight ends out?
Yeah.
So I just don't think the Bengals defense is even close to stopping. It's gonna be hard to stop. And then I didn't even mention Cam Akers. He's having a great playoff.
Yeah, great. Yeah, because he didn't even play this season. He's having a great postseason.
He's perfectly fresh.
Tony Michelle's in there.
Exactly. So that offense is so powerful, and then the defense is they hit all the right spots to stop what the Bengals have been doing. They don't have to blitz Joe Burrow. They're not gonna blitz Joe Burrow. I don't think.
They will in situations.
Oh, third down, when they don't have to. They can play coverage. They can even if they want to. 3 down linemen: Ashawn Robinson, Aaron Donald, Von Miller. I think they're strong enough right there to get 4 sacks alone.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't. Last time we said Burrow's getting sacked 6 times.
He only got sacked once. Yeah,
so,
true.
I mean, that's definitely a good sign for the Bengals. But yeah, I think the Rams. Like I said, it's not going to be a blowout, but I don't think that there's going to be maybe in the beginning the Rams go down 7-0 or 10-0 or something like that, or 10-3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Rams are going to let this game feel like they're never in it or they're not going to lose.
If the Rams come out there and they're strictly business, I think
it's against the Bucs.
Yeah.
They came out and said we're business only.
Yeah, and if they do that again, I think it's going to be almost impossible for Joey B to.
Differentiating score margins, but
see.
I also think it's some sort of bias for Matthew Stafford.
I don't.
But we all got the Rams.
I don't think the Bengals have like the capacity. Like if they did go up like 10-3 or 10-0, to keep their foot on the gas to keep it away from the Rams. Because all it is just one defensive turnover, one offensive touchdown from the Rams taking that back over.
Right.
I just don't think that team has the capacity to like put the foot on the throat and kind of finish it. So if they go up 10-0, I wouldn't get excited. I mean, there's
one last thing I want to say. Don't get me wrong. I think T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are incredible receivers, but I don't think those two alone are enough to push in to win the Super Bowl.
T. Higgins had that one.
He's
crazy,
very good.
I forget
He's
against
very
who it was,
good.
but he hit that one crazy game.
With what's his name? The Bengals tight end being hurt. Are we gonna get a Thaddeus Moss appearance in the Super Bowl? Another LSU connection.
Thaddeus Moss.
That'd be pretty cool.
Is he? I didn't know he was on the team anymore.
He might not be. He might not be on the team anymore.
I thought he was on the Washington Commanders.
Oh,
yeah.
Now that's a perfect segue right there, Ricky. That's a perfect
I was
segue.
just about to say the Washington. It's weird because we're so we're Redskins, but I was just about to say Washington football team, but it's no longer that. It's the Washington Commanders.
They were the football team long enough for everyone to get used to it, and then for them to switch it up again, and we're like, fuck.
Well, so I guess it's a good segue here while we're talking about the NFL.
We'll touch on it real quick. All of us do not. I mean, the name after 2 years of formulating.
The name sucks.
I saw a really funny
Headphone warning.
I think it was like a Nick interview or like some sort of whack interview with Chase Young, and they're like let's go over some potential names for your team, and they're like, what about Commander? He's like, no, I don't know. Like,
they had 2 years.
I mean, is it
to
a bad
figure
name?
this out.
No, it's not terrible. I just think they could have thought of something better.
Yeah, 100%. It feels.
How many teams names are coming like you gotta think the most recent new team names or new expansions. You have the Golden Knights, which is pretty cool.
Seattle Krakens.
The Kraken.
That shit is fire.
The Kraken is dope, but other than that, you got you gotta think more recent teams like the Houston Texans,
the Titans.
They were either gonna be like the astronauts or something, or the Texans.
The Washington Astronauts.
No.
No, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, Houston.
Go along with the Rockets and the Magic. I was trying to say both of them at once.
That wouldn't be horrible at all. I like that actually.
It's not a bad name. I think they're probably. I mean, this. I don't know. I mean, it's
It's
okay.
Washington. It's whatever, at this point.
It's okay. And the other thing I do want to mention though is as Roland mentioned it before we started the podcast here, their all black unis are sick.
They're so nice.
Cool.
They're so beautiful.
For whatever reason, they decided to
Oh
put
my
a W on the crown of their helmet.
It looks so dumb.
And it just, I don't know. It just doesn't look right. Anyways, we'll touch on that.
It might grow on us. You never know.
Is it like a new thing now on the NFL jerseys to put your team name up on the shoulder?
Maybe.
Because on their black uniforms it said Washington Commanders. Like, do people not know who they are?
I mean,
Nah.
the Rams have that.
I mean, to be fair, this is kind of related, but I was in one of my college classes this past semester, and someone did a presentation about controversial sports names and stuff, on how
Like the Redskins and stuff like that.
My professor didn't even know that the Washington Redskins were no longer the Redskins.
Wow.
So I mean,
I feel like the mass population doesn't give a fuck.
Regardless,
I feel like they should have rode with the Redskins until they found a new name.
I mean, it's decent name.
At the end of the day, is a football team name hurting anybody?
I feel like they might. Their jerseys. The jerseys look. They're not that much different than because they didn't change.
Well, they have
colors.
flat burgundy helmets now, which are kind of cool.
I kind of wish they would have completely rebranded.
Just a W on the helmet.
Yeah,
just completely. If they're not the Washington Redskins anymore.
Could you imagine the Commanders and they wore camo colors every game?
That's exactly. Like if they completely rebranded.
I hope they get some sick salute to service uniforms or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you did. The NFL did change the one helmet rule, so now teams can have multiple helmets, which should be very interesting.
All right. So touch on that. Wasn't in the agenda, but we talked about before the podcast.
No, I think it's a relevant thing.
Let's move on to something that's.
What do we got? Brady and Rodgers. Well, basically just Brady.
Near and dear to our homes here in Southeast Michigan.
Ann Arbor, baby. U of M, go
I'll
blue.
talk about Harbaugh, but I guess Brady kind of.
Oh, I guess they kind of work together.
I guess since we're on the NFL, I guess I feel like we should maybe touch on Brady first.
Yeah, sure. Well, sure. Tom Brady, Matty Stafford, put him in retirement. So
yeah, put him right in the home.
Yep, he's like.
Own that, man.
He's so mad.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm done.
Yup.
Jesus
Matthew Stafford put the nail in the
Christ.
coffin, ended the career.
All right, listen. I'll fucking speak here since I'm the Brady fan in the room. I mean, I'm not pissed that he
I'm not a
retired.
Brady fan. but like
I'm not
I
a
don't hate
hater.
Brady,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like,
I'm a Michigan guy,
I mean-
so like I can't
I
hate
mean,
that
like,
you
dude.
can't hate on him.
The thing is, he's 45 years old, right? And like when he was talking about playing until 50 or even
That's when
55
he just ran rings.
or even
left
like
and right.
55 recently, I'm like, I don't believe that to an extent.
He's he kept winning rings. He's like, why am I stop him? I keep winning rings. He's like,
Family
he's like,
time,
"Ah,
man.
I'm not
But-
winning rings no more.
Here, I guess here's my big thing with.
He
with
was.
it.
I think he was just so frustrated in that game.
I wish that he would have just retired last year after winning that
As a
Super
champion.
Bowl,
Like Peyton Manning, go out.
and then
try
you're
out something.
and then you're done. Go out a champion, and you're done.
But to be fair, that Broncos team, we could tell Peyton Manning was bad.
Yeah, he was not his team.
Oh,
He was
Tom
not the
Brady,
reason he.
But to be fair, he did go out leading the league in passing yards.
And
Well,
touchdowns.
I did want to talk about that earlier when we were talking about the Broncos before we started. No, when we were talking about Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. That the Broncos did the same thing in that playoffs, but reverse. Who was it? Who was their quarterback when Peyton Manning got hurt?
Brock Osweiler.
Osweiler. And he had
Osweiler got him to the Super
he had
Bowl.
an amazing playoff run. They benched him.
Well, 'cause
That pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, go out, but he played.
They sat.
That's what I'm saying, he
they
got hurt.
sat Osweiler.
You can't- it's like
I wonder if need be, if they would have benched Peyton Manning.
What would have happened? Like I think
Well,
Osweiler
no,
gets the
not
job
really.
done,
I
right?
like didn't
They
start
won.
him.
They won, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Won, but like they started him.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning was playing so bad. They're like, sorry, man. You gotta bench.
Oh, they benched him mid game.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, all right, we gotta let Brock. Sorry, Manning. We wanted you to have your moment, but you're just not playing.
And
good.
that's like another thing too. For a
Like,
franchise, like obviously Peyton Manning's done. He's retiring soon, so you need to bring the next guy up, get him the confidence of winning the Super
He
Bowl.
was, definitely not the next guy up.
No, and I really thought he was.
They've still not found a quarterback.
No, they have not.
They,
Well, you know, Drew Lock got the Horton.
Jake, didn't they? No, Miami. They had Jay Cutler.
I guess my big thing is like as a person that grew up like I watched Brady like the early 2000s with my grandpa. I mean, as a person that grew up watching him, I mean he's a GOAT. I mean that's
He is the GOAT. No
That-
one can argue that.
that's like undisputed. But
I would
like
agree.
In any sport.
him going out on a him.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay,
Echo
okay.
Facts.
Anyway,
Greatest
him-
football player, yes. Greatest athlete ever.
him
Winningest.
him going out on a loss just doesn't feel right.
Doesn't, but like
I guess
not,
is a good way to put it. And then like, dude, oh my god, if you follow Tom Brady on Instagram, oh my god, that guy posted enough fucking stories
Yeah.
for like a year.
He said thank you to everybody.
But my only thing is, and this isn't my bias as a Patriots fan.
Mm.
I mean, it kind of is. But like, he thanked the Bucks, and he was in Tampa Bay for 2 fucking years. So if it wasn't for the Patriots and Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, he would have never had in the New York Jets for
assistant
taking.
quarterback.
Wait, so did you
No, no,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
so
hold
the-
on.
wait,
What?
wait.
Let-
Did the Tom Brady fan just admit he's a system quarterback?
Hold on.
Live on the podcast.
No,
You're saying
no.
Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick.
Without
No.
them.
Oh my fucking god, no. If
Assistant QB.
Robert Kraft, Belichick, and the New York Jets, because they took out fucking what's his face.
In the New York Jets.
Who was the quarterback before Brady? Bledsoe.
Yeah.
They fucking creamed Bledsoe and paved the way for him to win 7 fucking Super Bowls and like ruin the Jets franchise for 20 years.
The Jets are gonna be good soon.
But if it wasn't for Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft drafting him, not having him on the fucking team, just picking him, because he very well could have went undrafted.
And what was he, 5th round?
Picking him and giving him the opportunity to play, nothing ever would have happened.
That's just that Michigan boy right there.
That-
That's the heart.
That should have been his first thank you, because that laid the foundation for everything.
Well, no, his first thank you should have been for him deciding to go to U of M over MSU, because I don't think he would have ever made the league.
Dude,
if
when
went to
when he
MSU.
came into U of M, he was a 7th string quarterback.
Isn't that amazing? He's the best story of all time.
7th string quarterback. And
He wasn't a Michigan native. He's not a Michigan native.
California. And his 4th year, he was a team captain. His 4th year, he was a backup quarterback.
He played.
Hey, backup
then-
captain right
and,
here
then
too.
and then his 5th year, he finally got his playing time at U of M.
And he didn't do bad.
But like the thing is, like, regardless, because he was on that '97 championship team, but he wasn't playing.
No.
He was riding the bench. He got a ring.
Charles Wilson was.
Yeah, he got a ring, but he wasn't playing. But
I miss Charles Wilson.
Me too.
I guess that's the only thing I'm upset with it about, because in all honesty, I might get a little goat with a 12 on my thigh right here tattooed. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm considering it, but I guess that's my only thing I'm upset with is he could have his first thank you should have been to the Patriots, because it's not like the Buccaneers were like, well, he's older, he's washed up, we're gonna give him an opportunity. The Buccaneers were like, all right, come on, come play for us, come play for us. It's not like they're like, oh fuck, let's give him one more chance to go for a ring. All 32 teams in the NFL would have given him an opportunity.
I still think if he wants to prove himself, he has to go to Detroit.
He's done. He is done. But like,
MJ, I'm back.
I guess that's out of the entire situation.
Go plays baseball for a year, comes back.
He got drafted by the Expos, Montreal. But I guess my only issue with it is, in the long run,
Great career. Hall of Famer.
Oh,
easy.
first ballot Hall of Famer. But like,
one of the probably easiest Hall of Fame decision of all.
But I guess my thing is,
he had like 3 Hall of Fame careers.
I wish he would have shown his appreciation to the Patriots a little more, because that set him up for everything. It's like, it's not like the Buccaneers like
set him up. You say sounds like a system quarterback.
Oh my fucking god!
If the system wasn't there from the Patriots,
it's not system quarterback. He left the system and won another Super Bowl.
He went to the best team he's ever been on.
Oh my god!
That's true. Like,
that Buccaneers team is leagues beyond.
Oh, he went 16-0 1 year.
Who?
Do you guys remember?
He had Randy Moss. Randy Moss.
But who else?
Do you guys remember when Tom Brady made Chris Hogan?
That's what I'm saying. Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola.
Oh, Aaron Hernandez.
He wasn't bad.
Before he started murdering people.
Aaron Hernandez was good. Aaron Hernandez was good on the Gators. But then he got even better.
We need a 60 for 60 on that Gators team. Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez. Like, how did those two guys...
In that stretch, 155 players, I think 81 of them have been fucking arrested at one point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened on that?
I would also like a 60 for 60 on, I believe, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, was that with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and them?
Yeah, it was Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Frank Gore.
Yeah. Is
Frank
Frank Gore still playing?
Andre Johnson.
My God, is he dead?
I don't think I ever seen anything about
Frank Gore.
No, Frank Gore
How
retired.
old is he now?
He just retired last year.
Did he retire?
Just last year he retired.
Remember he was playing last year and they're kind of like, wow, like I think he should retire. But I guess
people said it since he last signed for.
I guess my final thoughts on the Brady situation is fuck Adam Schefter first off. Because
what did he do?
No,
he was just reporting.
This is the same.
Brady's just a salty little bitch.
This is the same principle as the Kobe Bryant death. That is Brady's fucking news to distribute. Like when TMZ came out and goes, Kobe Bryant's dead, and Vanessa Bryant found out through TMZ that her husband got killed in a helicopter crash.
I agree, it's pretty shitty, but like it's not private information.
Okay, I'm not saying it's the same caliber, but principle. That wasn't their news to distribute. And then Brady coming out on Monday, I'm nowhere near a decision. And then Tuesday, yeah, I'm fucking done.
I think it's completely Brady's fault because he shouldn't have been. The only reason Adam Scheffler heard anything is because obviously Brady was talking about it.
Well, have you heard the conspiracy about that?
No.
So you know that Man in the Arena series on ESPN Plus right now about Tom Brady?
No.
So they're doing a whole like 10-part or whatever thing about Tom Brady this season. And allegedly there was some young buck film editor or whatever at ESPN that edited the final episode where Tom Brady says his goodbye, and he kind of like dropped the note on Scheffler's desk like, "Hey, he's fucking done," and that's how.
Well, that's just publicity. That's how paparazzi works, man.
That's how it got. That's how it got leaked. But
anyways, Tom Brady,
big news.
All-time greatest football player.
Greatest football player of all time.
Up to this point, obviously, there's a chance for somebody to pass him.
Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson.
Whoa.
I'm talking about the history of football here. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like in like 5 years. I'm talking about like
no, in the next 20 years.
Someone will come along and be better.
Eventually, there's always someone better.
I remember when people are like, "Oh, Terry Bradshaw and Tom Brady, like same caliber." Dude, Terry Bradshaw only had 2 more touchdowns and interceptions in his career.
You know, that's the thing with boomers is they're always like, "Oh, like Lynn Swan, like
dude,
okay, obviously
Joe Namath,
right?
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were for the time, sure, but you put Otto Graham, yeah. But you put Jalen Ramsey or Kelvin Johnson in 1950, and they're like God. They're literally the best athletes ever seen.
But like my thing is,
it is. You're right, 100%.
We didn't watch the games back then. We don't know. But
True.
We just we're living in
generationally. There is going to be a variance there, but like Joe Namath was ass, but he won 2 rings. I'll give him that. But
he was good for the time period.
He was not good at all. But anyway, I mean, I guess moving on. Brady's a GOAT. I mean, undisputed. But I guess
staying in the Michigan vein.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh.
Staying on this Michigan train.
Very happy about it.
But he had a thing with the Vikings, which was interesting.
The only reason he went to interview with Vikings is because they have, I think, a GM or assistant GM that was with Harbaugh and San Fran.
Oh, fair enough.
No, Michigan's
the only reason he had to just
Just like okay,
take one interview.
Yeah, it makes
was
sense.
the only interview he did. He did one.
fair enough.
And then he's like, nope, here to stay for good.
Michigan's gonna kick him back up to.
Harbaugh said that he is at Michigan for as long as Michigan wants.
Michigan is gonna kick him back up to like $6 to $8 million. Now here's my thing.
Guaranteed. He
Now
deserves
here's my
it.
thing, and this isn't a blowing hot take or anything. But I want an opinion, a genuine opinion. Don't dick suck Michigan. Take it as you're an Alabama fan or a Texas fan. You're looking at it from the outside. Let's say Harbaugh theoretically took the Miami to Minnesota to Las Vegas to Chicago job. He's gone, right? No matter, take wherever he ends up out of it. He's just going to the NFL. What is Harbaugh's legacy at Michigan?
A winner.
Not
overall.
it's.
I'll let you guys talk first because I'm gonna go on about a 2-minute rant. Not a rant, but I'm gonna give it. I think I have a solid opinion.
So in order to look at this, I'm looking at like the history of Michigan coaches.
Well, let me put it this way. Trim this last year off.
I have a quick opinion about it. People are too quick to jump to blame the coach for everything when
You gotta have a skate.
see
The Ducks cowboy hat. Oh
Texas fans destroying the duck, man.
Good.
No, but I think
grief.
everyone's too quick to jump on the head coach when he is nowhere near the only one responsible for
Right, 'cause,
failures.
like,
But at the college level,
It's
though,
not
what are you
him.
gonna do? Take away a kid's scholarship for sucking ass? Are they,
Well,
gonna, are they gonna cut JJ McCarthy?
After that MSU game, I would have.
I would have cut his ass too. Oh my god.
Like, son, you're not.
I mean, yeah, like there's always the stereotype. Oh, Harbaugh can't beat MSU. Harbaugh can't beat Ohio State. But like, they're Ohio State and MSU are very competitive.
Ricky, could you do me a favor? Because obviously my phone is recording this. Could you pull up Harbaugh's record in his time against Michigan State or Rowan and against Ohio State?
I believe.
Because I want to have my numbers straight here when I go on this
he's beat
tangent.
Ohio State once.
1-5.
I don't know how many years he's. I think.
Well,
he's
no, yeah,
beaten
1-5
MSU.
could. I think he's 2-5 or 3-4 against MSU.
Harbaugh. Wait.
I wanna-
That's not
before
I wouldn't count COVID season.
Bef-
They didn't play Ohio State, and I don't think they lost to MSU. But like,
Before I go on my little rant, I just want to make sure I have my numbers straight. But I mean, Ricky, what do you think?
let me
Like,
see Jim Harbaugh. I'm looking at it in a list of like Michigan coaches because like obviously I don't want to compare him to like Nick Saban or whatever. But like I want to say he's like right below Bo Schembechuk.
that's a lot higher than I'd put him.
But like you gotta think like who
I'd
else?
put him in like
Brady
a-
Hoke.
I'd put him in like a Rich Rod, like some success but not really category.
Okay, here I got the stat for you. 1-5 against Ohio State, and I'm assuming probably 4-4 against Michigan State, or 3-4.
3-4. Okay, so I mean,
like,
so you're putting all right. So I guess
I would say like obviously Bo Shem I can't say the name.
But you also got to
Stand
look at
backward.
the
He's
program he
number
came
one,
into.
Obviously.
I guess
And then you got me like I don't know.
Lloyd Carr.
Yeah, I guess.
And then you
Wait,
got-
so he's been at Michigan for 6 years now,
Hey,
and how long do you think it takes to properly
seven. He's got 7 games against MSU.
So how long do you think it realistically takes to rebuild a team?
Holy fuck, he's been there for 7 years.
And I think
Well, right now we're in the stage, so either last year or this year, there are no more recruits that aren't under Harbaugh.
Michigan, but here's the thing: Michigan is going into a down slope. This is going to be a down year.
well, you never know.
But
We thought
well,
this year was
this
going to
year-
be a down
yeah,
year. So
this-
To be
Michigan-
fair, he started this year unranked.
Michigan and Michigan State were supposed to be bad. this year.
Add this to Michigan.
well, Michigan State was
Think-
bad.
think
Kenneth
about
Walker was
Harbaugh's
great.
legacy. Everybody was down on Michigan this year by a mile. No one had him ranked. No one thought they were going to do anything
Yeah.
good, and they made the playoffs.
And scored 11 points,
That's got to be something.
right?
Yeah, I mean, all right.
They made the playoffs after being unranked
Yeah.
first ever team ever
So-
ever in college football ever.
So I'm gonna try and keep this under 2 minutes. And this isn't me bashing the shit out of Harbaugh
Here we
for
go.
no reason. Because I'm gonna bash him a little bit here.
I'm a basketball a little bit.
My my thing is with Harbaugh, I've never been a Harbaugh fan.
Ooh.
Well-
Sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. Breaking news: Jaguars have found their head coach. They are hiring Doug Peterson.
Back to your rant.
All right. Anyway. All right.
I just wanted to put that out there so we're
Yeah.
so we're knowledgeable.
Up on our news.
Current events.
Current events.
So I guess.
I think it's a good hire.
So I guess my thing is
You
the
know,
first.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Nick Foles against Tom Brady.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. So I mean, I guess my thing is the first couple years, I had a lot more faith in Harbaugh. But now my thing is, yeah, he made the playoffs and he did lose to the national champion, which is fair. But here's my thing.
No one was stopping Georgia this season.
That the ranking system was done. We should have been. It was done.
But my thing is, here's the thing with like U of M, who I would consider as a school with a tradition of winning, or winning, not winning.
I would say they're like a top 10 program.
Not winning, but like national champion,
overall.
not national. A tradition of national championships. And even if you trim out those fucking like 1904 titles and stuff, I mean they still have like a pretty good amount.
Right.
But here's my thing with Harbaugh and U of M. Yeah, he made the playoffs this year. That's great. And if they go to an 18 playoff, you're probably going to see him in there a few more times because they could come into the Ohio State game and lose and probably still get a playoff spot.
Yeah.
But the thing is with U of M, a team that has a tradition of winning national titles and stuff like that, here's the thing with Harbaugh. After a while, how long are you going to let this guy go 9-3 and 10-2 and maybe he gets a couple Big Ten titles in there? That's great, whatever. How long are you going to let him go? And I'm not saying it's make or break national title, but how long are you going to let this guy ride before you go, you know what? This guy's not going to bring a title to our school.
Yeah, but you also got to think about it like this.
And take the money side out of it. You know, they did pay cut him, but how long do you let him ride realistically?
How bad do you think 10-2 is though?
I don't think it's super easy.
Well, no, but the thing is, it's not like it's bad.
How are you going to find a guy better than him too?
But the thing is, though, when are you gonna ascend? Because Harbaugh's been like this upward trend, right?
Yeah.
Now it's kind of playoff. That's a little bit of a bump up.
It's gonna come down a little bit.
But the majority of his career has been like a kind of like a plateau. I mean, 3-4 against MSU, 1-5 against Ohio State, and all this shit I keep hearing about. Oh, Ohio State has cultural issues. Who gives a fuck? It's Ohio State. It's like that team's gonna win regardless.
Yeah.
I think my main issue is what you're saying is that it's really hard to go to a college. Like you gotta think of all the D1 schools and all the coaches, and like you gotta think like when you think of like honestly like I'm not a huge college football fan, but like when I think of like coaches, I can't name more than like 5.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
I agree with that. I probably couldn't either.
It is very hard for you to establish a name for like a legacy wise for an NCAA coach if you're not Nick Saban.
Well, that's the thing. You can't expect everyone to be Nick Saban or Urban Meyer.
Right. So like you can't expect like excellent like. I think it's.
I'm not.
And you know what the
I'm
thing
not
is though.
demanding national championships out of the guy every year.
But the teams he usually loses to, other than the Michigan State, but it doesn't matter how
that's
good.
A rivalry
that's
game.
what I'm saying.
That
doesn't.
totally
I don't count
totally
that.
Different.
But when you think about the Ohio State game, or every year, they're always top 3 in the country.
I guess
every time.
I guess
it's not like we're playing like some bum school. It's like we're always playing the best team every year.
I guess my thing is, it's just like, now that he's beat Ohio State, Harbaugh is in for a minimum of 4 more years before.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like at least 2, if not 4. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in that range.
I agree.
But I guess my question is, and it's not me bashing him. Do you think Harbaugh is gonna he is coming up on 10 years, so I can't say that. Because he's been there,
7 years.
This is his 8th season at U of M.
In
his first 15 years, I'm not even saying win it.
Does he get there?
Is Harbaugh going to get to the national championship game? And this is not a bash. I say no.
I don't think a Big Ten team is going to, period.
I think Ohio
State's the only one with the chance.
Ohio State was a 4 seed the first year, and they fucking won it all.
So we're saying.
I think Ohio State's the only possible team.
Is 8 seasons? So is in his next 7 seasons, do we think he's gonna make a national title?
I think he makes the playoffs at least 3 more times.
Just make it, not win it. Just make it.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Well, and now here's my thing.
So don't. And I'm just saying this for our viewers at home. Do not come and bash me. I am 30 years old. About Michigan.
No, send him hate mail, please.
They're gonna find him out of nowhere.
Find his kids at school or something.
Like, I watch your podcast.
Yeah, please find him.
And you said that Michigan was gonna make the championship. They didn't make it. I can't predict the future. I think they do.
I guess my thing is, and here's my thing. I'm gonna give Harbaugh props. I'm gonna give him props for a quick second. This new transfer portal, this unregulated free agency in college football,
kind of hype,
is gonna. Oh my God. We'll talk about this in another podcast. That's a huge fucking argument. But, like, this unregulated transfer portal, oh my God, Harbaugh has an opportunity.
Yeah, we need a quarterback.
An opportunity to really like kind of get like that taste of the NFL at the college level. Because Harbaugh, U of M has good recruiting classes, but Harbaugh is not. Harbaugh's no Ed Orgeron, Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher recruiter.
For sure.
And those guys are the pinnacle, right? But I
Of
would say,
all time.
But I would say Harbaugh is a very like middle of the road recruiter. Like he spent the night at a kid's house to get him.
That shit's hype. Like,
did he commit to U of M?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for Michigan.
Yeah.
It shows dedication.
I mean, it shows dedication, but like Harbaugh, I don't consider Harbaugh to be an elite recruiter in college football. And I think this transfer portal is going to be his saving grace for his lack of recruiting.
Probably. And I think...
I wouldn't even call it a lack. I think it's just he's not the best.
I just think people don't want to go to Michigan when you can also go to a team like Ohio State.
It's gonna push his middle of the road recruiting
up. I agree.
I agree. Up a step or two, you know, and that's where I'm kind of at with it. It's gonna push him up a step or two, but I personally think, and if this podcast is around in 7 years, which would be pretty fucking sweet,
that would be dope. That would be dope.
In 7 years, I will eat crow if that motherfucker has a national championship ring.
I will personally kill that crow and cook it for you.
I will eat a real crow if that guy has a national title within 7 years. Oh yeah, you're on, dude. I will eat a real crow.
It's on tape.
It's on tape.
I just want that, but I'm gonna text him.
I will eat a real crow if he wins a national title in the next.
So if this happens, are we doing it after the 7 years, or are we doing it after he wins?
After he wins, because then the statement's over.
After he wins.
All right, so we'll see you guys.
So if he does it next year.
Podcast.
January.
Jesus Christ.
Chef Roland and Ricky are gonna turn up a crow.
Okay, I will cook it because I would like to not get food poisoning.
I'm literally a chef, but okay.
Anyway.
Deep fry it. It probably actually would be bad.
It would be good.
It would actually probably be pretty fucking good.
Yeah, you ever had deep fried duck? Deep fried duck.
Anything else on the agenda here today?
I think we're pretty much good. I think we covered every topic we wanted to.
I guess the only other thing I wanted to touch on, and this could be real quick, is the All-Star game systems across all pro sports leagues. Not football so much.
Yeah.
But the NHL and the NBA, the
great.
voting.
It just shouldn't be. It should be player based.
The voting needs to be eliminated.
I think if it was like, you know how that.
Well, okay. I don't think the whole team should be predicated on voting. I think you should maybe elect like 4 guys based on voting. You know what I mean? Like 4 maybe lower level players.
See, the only thing about if you were to do something like that, the 4 players that would get voted in are the 4 players that are really good, and they would already get a spot. I don't disagree. But I think the whole reason the All-Star games are such a success is the amount of fan involvement.
Well, yeah, but you gotta pick.
Like yes,
because they're for the fans.
Yes, there are snubs every year. Yes, there are people that shouldn't not shouldn't go. I'm not a professional athlete, but I mean usually there are snubs every year. But I don't think if you eliminate voting and eliminate fan interaction, I don't think they get as popular. What you should do is maybe like pick your teams. And then open up voting for like 2 weeks. My thing is like as an NHL, as a huge hockey fan, I kind of like the divisional format because it gets more players involved. But I miss the old school East versus West.
Yeah,
that was the best of the best. Like you should have the best of the best, and I think the voting takes away from that.
I agree, and that's why I think the players should vote. Because but it should just be the players, no one else.
Ooh.
Give it up to the players because they know who the real best are.
But you gotta look at players who have influence in the league, like Steph Curry. What if Steph Curry's like, man, I fucking hate Giannis?
But when is Steph Curry not gonna be the best point guard in the league?
No. I'm not saying his skill. I'm saying his influence.
Oh, well, it wouldn't matter because it'd be like a private vote.
Like, imagine if Steph Curry tweeted out "fuck Giannis" like 2 days before the vote, and then Giannis gets snubbed.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. It would be a private thing. Everyone gets one pick. Like
I could have sworn that as far as voting goes, like the year that Zaza didn't make it was because yes, the fan voting counts, but
his entire country voted for him.
The player and coach voting are I don't want to say they're weighed more.
They probably are weighed more.
That's
yeah,
how it is. That's why players like Zaza Pachulia don't make the All-Star.
That was a snub, by the way.
And so regardless, the fan voting counts, but the player voting and the coach and I don't know if the GMs vote, coach and player voting count for, I guess, for lack of a better word, more votes than the fan voting does, and that's why they're kind of ironed out towards the end. But yes, I don't know. I just think eliminating fan voting completely would take
No.
away from the
I'm
game.
not saying eliminate completely, but I don't think the whole team should be predicated on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like when you look at like the old like NHL like East versus West games, that oh my god.
Well, hockey, they're different animals too. Because
I
that
mean,
game, they were
yeah.
trying to win.
Oh,
like
no,
it was
hockey-
blood. It
Well,
was a blood
so
sport.
that's the thing, and you gotta think about the NFL.
I love that.
You gotta think about the NFL Pro Bowl too. It was used to be guys were going out trying
Well, not really.
like Sean Taylor.
he was the only one.
he was trying to decapitate.
He was kind
people.
of just a dick
And
for
then
that. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
I forget who it was, but one quarterback or running back or someone tore their ACL.
Yep, and it was over.
And all these guys go, "Wow,
Well, I think
I'm not going full bore anymore."
I think it's just like I don't think the All-Star game should be super duper competitive. Like I feel like it's because like for most like for the NBA,
It's for the fans.
it's the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the mid-season mark for the and like for the MLB, the All-Star break.
Well, but
Like,
here's the thing, though. I like about the MLB. The MLB, the winner of the All-Star game, and baseball is obviously a lot less rigorous, but the winner of the All-Star game gets home field advantage in the World Series.
right, I'm just saying, but like
That is pretty fucking tight.
The All-Star.
It makes you want to go out and
for
play.
the
Yeah.
most part.
But I mean, yeah,
Besides,
baseball
I
is
guess-
way
I
less
guess
physical.
football doesn't, but like the NHL, the NBA, and the MLB all have all-star breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mid-season breaks for the teams to not.
Chill, have
Yeah,
fun.
Well,
just have a good
but
time.
my thing
Yeah.
is like I remember a couple years ago in the NHL All-Star game, every goal scored was like $10,000 to charity,
And I think
which is awesome, right?
yeah.
But at the same time, the goalies are like moving out of the way, and it just takes away from the All-Star game.
That's why I think hockey's the only one where I think it would actually be interesting for them to actually play full bore because they're
Oh,
those guys
fuck.
because those guys truly go
Dude,
out there to win, like
Could
they're competitors.
you imagine Nicholas Kronwall like decapitating Sidney Crosby?
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
All-Star
Or
game?
like Chara and Cronwall
Yeah.
meeting and like
No,
an explosion
but
would
that'd be
happen.
so
center ice.
cool. But then like if you're like the Boston Bruins or if you're like the Pittsburgh Penguins and Crosby's out with a concussion,
Yeah, he would have got concussed in that game.
I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, or if I was the Penguins,
Or
if I was the Penguins, I'd be like, I'm not sending him.
And
next year.
it's always up to the player too if they want to play. They can always opt out.
Oh yeah, no, and it's not like the NHL.
Draymond Green already opted out of the.
It's
Yeah,
not like, It's
exactly.
not like the NHL goes, you have to play. And I think there are bonuses in their contracts.
I'm
for
sure there
play-
are.
For
I'm sure there
playing.
are. Yeah, I'm sure
And I'm
there
sure
are.
it's not cheap. I mean, there's no cheap pro. I mean, it's probably like $500,000.
Oh,
for some
yeah,
of these guys.
yeah, I guarantee.
But like, I guess I just miss like the old like even the NBA now. It's not East versus West.
Yeah, it's Team LeBron, Team Curry, or whatever.
They go, here's who got voted for. Pick your teams.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of cool. It's different, but like I just miss like that. I guess I miss the competitive side of the All-Star
I
game
agree.
because that's supposed to be
It is fun.
next to like the Stanley Cup Finals, the NBA Finals, the World Series, or the Super Bowl. I feel like All-Star games should be the best of the best.
Well, they usually are.
And baseball is the least rigorous sport out of all those. Those guys should be going up there.
I feel like they do.
Like full bore, like trying to win. But
And especially because in baseball there's a purpose. But I agree with Ricky too because
It's
a break.
It's supposed to be a break.
Yeah.
I don't.
But my only
It's
thing is
like
in hockey I wish they
baseball
would.
And like the NBA, they're not short seasons.
well, those guys want to go out there. I mean, hockey's 82 games.
Right,
Fuck,
I'm just
dude.
saying-
I play one beer league game on Friday nights. I think
You're
my
wore
heart.
out.
I think my heart's gonna explode.
Right,
And that's so
like-
crazy
like,
that the
I understand
NHL
wanting
is
to see
that
some
long.
competitiveness and like some real try hard, trying to win the game. But I don't think that the players really want to do that.
No, yeah,
No,
probably
no,
not.
the
You're
play-
right.
the
It's
play-
their time. It's
the-
because all
The
the other,
player unions would shut that down.
yes, you can opt out and like not play in the All-Star game, but like you want to because it's a fun experience and you get to play with players.
Yeah,
never
you wouldn't
played
play.
before.
You'll never play with. Yeah.
Right. So like I just
Yeah.
think
I mean, I get it. Yeah,
Like,
they want it to be like a chill, like fun time for those guys. Like
But
this-
obviously us fans, want the blood sport, the
Right.
gladiators,
Well,
you want to
it's
see
not-
everyone
it's
go.
not what we should.
Well,
But
like-
no, you're right. We're past that.
Well, like this year in Vegas, they have like a cool thing. Like they're setting up cards in the net. The NHL All Star Game is in Vegas. They're setting up cards in the net, and the players shoot and try and build like a blackjack hand
Oh, that's
out of
cool.
the cards that they had, which I think is pretty cool. Like I think the cards are like reversed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, like they shoot at them and then they
And
pick their hand.
I do every year enjoy like the pre NFL.
I like the skills
like,
competition.
yeah,
Yeah,
that shit's
the skills
always fun. Like the
competitions are
dodgeball
cool.
games and stuff they
Yeah.
have. It's always a good time.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just don't think the whole thing should be predicated on fan voting.
I agree.
I guess this is my way. I guess this is what I wanted to touch on. I think there should be some fan voting, but it shouldn't be completely based on that. Well,
I agree.
all right, boys. That's our third episode here.
Episode 3 already.
Third episode of the Blow and Smoke podcast here, coming up on Pro Bowl weekend. Obviously, we've got a gap for the before the Super Bowl, but we'll definitely find a couple things to talk about. We all usually attend the NASCAR race here in Michigan, and NASCAR's
August.
back. Is this weekend the 5th? Sunday the 5th?
Yeah.
Anybody?
No, it's
So,
gonna be Saturday.
yeah.
the 5th.
So Saturday the 5th is the NASCAR Clash at the LA Coliseum, which I think will be interesting. It's only a quarter-mile track, but we'll touch on
Left
NASCAR.
turn.
Touch on NASCAR a little bit. We'll be kind of through the NHL All-Star game by next week, and kind of see where everything's at. We'll definitely try and touch on a little bit of basketball and the MLB lockout, and obviously give our final thoughts right before the Super Bowl. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe out there. Follow us on Twitter at the Blow and Smoke Podcast for all of our latest updates and news there. But other than that, everyone have a good night out there. Thanks for watching, and
Go Rams.
Yeah, let's go Rams. Appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching. We hope to see you guys next week.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
see you guys next week.